what it will cost for my daughter and my son and my loved ones to have a great future, then so be it. It cannot be that we will let the political class consistently use our blood to sanitize their hands and to seal political deals. I cannot speak for Ondiga, but I can speak for myself, I can speak for my sister Shakira, and the millions that are going to march, that we know we are entirely on our own.
What's Ondinga's political future?
I do not know, and I do not care. I know that currently the political class has decided that it has no interest whatsoever in my future. It has no interest whatsoever in ensuring that Shakira will finish school. It has no interest whatsoever, even if she finishes school, that she will be placed in a job, that she will just be seen as an object, that she will just be seen as a person who needs to be tossed around so that she can meet the quota of the 2/3 gender rule. And that's what we are saying. We will not accept. We have refused this, that consistently the dignity of the Kenyan people has been stripped away from them. And we are saying that enough is enough.
Kasamuel, Sifuna denouncing the 4 ODM leaders that have been appointed to the government, yet the same leaders we saw them at KICC during the signing of the IBC bill. Are we having double standards here, or is it a script? Again, Raila Odinga has not come out then to also hold that position. But Sifuna says he's even ready to relinquish his position as SG. Could this be a script, or now ODM trying to save itself with the chairman, 2 deputy party leaders, and also the minority leader already in government or working towards the cabinet?
You know, Kenya is a nation of people who talk big, and game is game. Because there are people who even, if you think about it away from the political class, there are people who said that if certain cabinet secretaries were fired, they would walk naked. You know, people have made promises. But now going back to the political class, I think this is just talking big, saying that he's willing to relinquish his position. Baba being Baba, he would have tweeted and said this was done without his knowledge. So what I see is a specific media training of them saying, hey, listen, we might be losing ground coverage and whatnot, but this is what's going to happen. Because you cannot tell me that Raila Odinga, something would happen in his backyard without his knowledge. Because now there are 2 scenarios that would happen. He will show up with a washed up apology saying that he was out of the country for treatment and he was away from his phone, so things happened. Or he'll show up with a flimsy excuse. If it is true that this happened without them discussing as a party, and I don't even know why we are centering ODM in this conversation, let them join us in the streets today. Because when Baba talked about Baby Pendo, when he talked about the extrajudicial killings of the previous administration, he was very, very categorical. And I remember when body bags were being sent to Kisumu in 2017 and even much more recently, he was very vocal about those. I'm asking Baba, are we children of a lesser God? Are we in the Gen Z demographic less human than the people who you've always fought for, sorry. It bewilders me to think that they would claim ignorance. I have never thought of these people. They have always postured as the poster children of intelligence, of the poster children of wisdom in this administration. And they're just revealing their true colors, that they truly are as ignorant as this current regime. And I say this because the first and only object of a good government is the sanctity of the life of its people and its happiness. But you also, on the flip side, violence is usually the last resort of an incompetent government. We have seen that this government neither cares for the sanctity of our lives nor for our happiness, and it has also resorted to violence. So this proves to me that there is a deep, deep incompetence. If these people mean what they truly say, let them join us on the streets today, because today we are marching for all the fallen comrades. We have taken, our blood is being shed, and then they eat their spoils. When we bleed, they feed. Those kinds of things where the political class, as I said before, has not only paced on our graves, but had an orgy and desecrated us to the highest possible levels. If they're claiming that ignorance, I dare them, I double dare them. If they're truly men of their word, let them join us in the streets today.
Also, if at all it's true, Odinga was not aware of the 4 ODM members joining the cabinet, is it also an opportunity for him to rescue back his image by calling on the members of parliament not to approve them, because there's still that option?
Why does he need to call on the members of parliament when he can call to the president and say revoke these things? Because they are not cast on stone. The president can just repeal them and do a shuffle. So it keeps on. It makes me wonder what was the purpose of him putting out all those communiques that he put out on his social media? What was the purpose of him saying that he listened to us? But again, we're not here to center any political figures or any political parties. But it is a stark reminder that now we, the people, have firmly established our position as the official opposition party of the country. And we are now firmly reminded, if you had any doubt in your mind thinking that there's a politician who's coming to save you, no one is coming to save you. When they said they will not believe, they were talking about you and I. And truly, we are not believing that this is the angle that they have chosen. I cannot imagine that the poster child, the ODM's poster child of intelligence, poster child of wisdom, poster child of being for the people, can go on national television and claim ignorance as defense. I'm utterly disappointed in council.
This whole list is now going before them.
Hapo itakuwa 300 tu.
You come.
Ati una pesa?
For vetting. What's the way forward?
Parliament has the chance to confirm to us whether it is a place where dreams go to die. It is the dumping site that it has been, that only does the whims and the wits and whims of the executive. It has the chance to confirm to us, to confirm or deny whether it truly is an intellectual. It's vacuously intellectually in the sense that there's nothing that happens there. There's no activity. The lights are on, but there's nobody home. I cannot make demands of this parliament because they've shown us that they are wheeler dealers. They're in there for the people who are going to pay the most. They whore with our future. They absolutely have no regard for the electorate. And the way forward is we will take it upon ourselves. We will take it upon ourselves to ensure that they do the right thing. Even if it, I think if we have to call for mass action again, we will call for mass action. Because it seems as though the people of Kenya have been left in a limbo. We're in a sort of lacuna where nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. The people who we looked up to as the bastions of social change have absolutely abandoned us. You find them spewing propaganda on social media. They want to besmirch our names. They want to sow disunity. And now I think it has come to a point where we have said that enough is enough. When we're looking at these nominations and whatever is happening in terms of governance, you can tell, even the advisors that enjoy taxpayer money, quite literally, there's very little brain activities. So they have 2 brain cells and they're all competing for 3rd place. Quite literally, this is a call for better healthcare services. Because if we had functional healthcare, we would not have these kinds of legislators. These are diseases that ought to have been treated in early childhood. That is, we're dealing with people who are sick. It requires proper healthcare and exorcism, not those willy-nilly prayers. What we need to call on the traditional healers to remove whatever spells that have been cast on our political and ruling class. Because and people are chanting, si uchawi ni maombi. They are praying to idols and to prophets of Baal, whatever this thing is. At this point, with the amount of goodwill that they have lost in the Kenyan people, the amount of public distrust that is, it is, I think, as official members of the opposition, if the political class does not shape up, we will have to call for mass action.
So Gen Z is now the official opposition?
We, the people of Kenya, are now the official opposition because the political class has clamored together and they have decided that they will